Welcome to Chief Studios. My name is Taylor Bell, and wow, did you like that yesterday? Man, oh man, was that a good game! Wow, they looked like the Chiefs that we all remember, right? I mean, they explode offensively. Defense stepped it up, but they were throwing the ball all over the field. Came back to win. They were actually down big, 14 nothing, and rallied back to beat the Las Vegas Raiders 31-17. And my goodness, was that exciting yesterday. Finally, it looks like the offense gets back on track. Watch the Mahomes press conference, and the one main quote that stuck with me was he basically said we got back to the fundamentals. Now, fundamentals, that did stick out to me because I don't know. I'm not sure how to perceive that because fundamentals, look, whatever they did in practice worked, right? So they need to go back to fundamentals for the rest of the season. But they had a fantastic game, so exciting. Now, I did take some notes, and as I've stated before, as much as I want to do a post game reaction because I'm filled with excitement and sorrow sometimes when they lose, but I do like to take a step back, re-watch the game, catch it on replay, see, uh, make sure what I just saw is in fact indeed what happened, right? But I did take some notes now watching the replay, and there are basically 10 or 11 main key points that I did take away from the victory yesterday, and wrote them down. Got some notes here. Like I said, I was watching the replay, but for your information, Andy Reid is now the winningest head football coach in Chiefs franchise history. Reid recorded his 125th regular season victory as head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday, moving him past Hank Stram for the most wins in franchise history. Reid, who is also the winningest head coach in Philadelphia Eagles history, is the only head coach in NFL history to own the most all-time wins for multiple franchises. As you know, he coached in Philly for quite a few years and racked up a number of wins over there and a Super Bowl trip, but ultimately got it done in Kansas City. But very interesting, nice little fact that I heard yesterday after the game, and just reflecting on it. Wow, that's a big accomplishment for Coach Reid. Now, after falling behind by 14 points, the Chiefs outscored the Raiders by a mark of 31-3. It was quite a turnaround. There was a point on Sunday where the Chiefs had only 13 offensive yards to their name, while the Raiders had 14 points. But that all changed, as Kansas City rallied to outscore Las Vegas by 28 points the rest of the way. Since 2018, Kansas City has won 63% of its regular season games in which it trailed at some point during the game. That's more than 10 percentage points ahead of the next closest team, which is Green Bay. Additionally, Mahomes has led the Chiefs to victory on 15 different occasions, including the playoffs, in which Kansas City trailed by double digits. Remarkably, Mahomes is 15-11 in those situations during his career. Really cool stat. Now, the rookie wide receiver, Rashee Rice, had a game to remember. Looked really, it was basically his breakout game for the Chiefs. Chiefs fans were waiting for this breakout game all season long and was so excited to see him play very well. Rice caught 8 passes for 107 yards, both season bests, while also finding the end zone for the 5th time this season on Sunday. He's made plays in big moments, hauling in 10-yard grab that moved the chains on a third down on the Chiefs' first scoring drive before catching that 19-yard pass that set up Kansas City's go-ahead touchdown a bit later in the game. His biggest contribution took place on that third down early in the fourth quarter. However, when Rice caught a short pass over the middle and turned on the Jets for a 39-yard touchdown scamper, putting my claim of just possession wide receivers to sleep, at least for him. It was definitely the biggest play of his young career. Rice is tied for the third most receiving touchdowns among all rookies this season. Now, let's get to the defense. The Chiefs' defense held the opposition, the Las Vegas Raiders, under 25 total points for the 11th consecutive game. After falling behind the Raiders by 14 points on Sunday, the Chiefs' defense went on to hold Las Vegas to only 137 yards of total offense and only 7 first downs. One major key factor behind the defensive resurgence was the Chiefs' ability to handle the Raiders' running game, which gained only 30 yards on 11 attempts following Las Vegas's first 3 possessions. So the Raiders, if you did not watch the game, jumped out to a big lead. They scored 2 quick touchdowns, and everybody thought, oh my God, here we go. This is just an absolute disaster. At least that's what I was thinking. Because remember, the Chiefs' 3 previous games before this weekend, they went scoreless in the second half for 3 straight weeks, not even a field goal. And I thought that trend was going to continue, and we were in for major trouble, but we turned it around and turned back the clock. Now, getting back to the defense, Kansas City remains the only team in the NFL to hold the opposition under 25 points in every game this season, marking the first time since 2013, that's right, 10 seasons ago, that a team began a season with 11 consecutive games at that value, holding them under 25 points for 11 consecutive games. The Carolina Panthers in 2013 were the last team to do that in 2013. Now, running game. What did I say on the video leading up to this? I said running game, we need to focus a little more on the running game, right? It has been working in the past, and they just go away from it. They just don't run the ball, right? And they have had success running the ball. As I showed you last week, they average 5.7 yards a carry. That's almost 6 yards a rush. And they just evacuate it. Basically, it's in the second half is when they just start throwing the ball all the time. I said, look, we have to run the ball. Not a lot, right? I'm not saying run it every play, but maybe 5 to 10, 5 to 8 more attempts per game is just enough to keep the opposing defense on their toes. It opens up the play action for Mahomes. So I thought it was an imperative, and Pacheco has been doing a decent job. He's a solid running back, and they ran the ball more this game, and what do you know? You have success. Isaiah Pacheco recorded the first multi-touchdown game of his career. Pacheco tallied 89 yards from scrimmage on Sunday, recording 55 rushing yards and 34 receiving yards out of the backfield. He also found the end zone twice, making it his first multi-score touchdown of his career, as we mentioned. The second-year running back now has 865 yards from scrimmage on the season, which ranks 13th among all NFL running backs this season. Now, Mr. Kelsey, tight end Mr. Kelsey reached another personal milestone. Mr. Kelsey caught 6 passes for 91 yards on Sunday, surpassing the 11,000-yard mark for his illustrious career in the process. Kelsey's the fastest tight end in NFL history to reach that milestone, doing so in just 154 games. He's the 17th fastest player to reach that mark, regardless of position. Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, all-time leader in receiving yards for the Chiefs, 11,076 yards, and yards from scrimmage at just under 11,100 yards. So he did look, good. Dominant Kelce remains there. Jumping back onto defense, George Karlaftis now has 8 sacks on the season. Big, strong performance for him. He's already had more sacks through 11 games than he did in 17 regular season games all of last year. And it is 6th. He's ranked 6th in the NFL amongst all defensive players. Absolutely good performance. Let's see. Mr. Mahomes, he is now 16 wins and 3 losses following a loss in his career. Very good record. The Chiefs are now 3-0 this season, immediately following a loss, extending Mahomes' career to 16-3 in those situations when coming off of a loss. In fact, Mahomes hasn't lost back-to-back games since early in the 2021 season. Chiefs are only one of 2 teams joining the Dallas Cowboys to not lose back-to-back games since the beginning of the 2022 year. And special teams look good. Kicker Harrison Butker remained perfect on the season. Chiefs kicker connected on his lone field goal attempt of 32 yards and all 4 of his extra points on Sunday to remain perfect on the year. Not a field goal miss, not an extra point miss. One of the very best in the league. Definitely feels good to have one of the best kickers in the game. Now, the Chiefs maintained that pace in the race for the top seed in the AFC. They desperately needed a win to solidify that number 1 spot, because you will get home field advantage throughout the playoffs, which, in my opinion, this season is going to be imperative to have home field advantage. If you want, with so much inconsistent play, you need that home field advantage if you want to make a run to the Super Bowl this year. Now, the Chiefs are 8-3 on the year, moving the team a half game of the Baltimore Ravens for the top seed in the AFC. Kansas City has the same record as both Miami and Jacksonville, but the Chiefs own head-to-head tiebreakers over Miami and Jacksonville. The Chiefs also currently possess the tiebreaker over Baltimore due to their conference record. So if Kansas City defeats Green Bay this upcoming Sunday, the Chiefs will move ahead of Baltimore, which is on a bye this week, for the top seed in the AFC. Wow. We hold our destiny in our own hands. So we will come back to you tomorrow looking to this Green Bay game. And I believe they should get a win, but we will break down the players, positions, where we think the Chiefs can improve and take advantage of that Green Bay defense, and see where it goes, right? Because you don't know what Jordan Love you're going to get. Look, he's looked good over the last couple of weeks, but he's had a very inconsistent season so far. So we will have to wait and see how he does on Sunday. But against this Chiefs defense, I think the Chiefs have a really good shot. Let me see where this game is. Hold on. I think it's in Green Bay. So this is the game. Well, since I'm here, we'll go ahead and go over it real quick. Let me make sure I'm on the right screen. There we go. A little bigger. All right, so Mahomes, a very efficient day, 27 of 34, just shy of 300 with 2 TDs, no interceptions. And O'Connell, the quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders, 23 of 33, 248, and 1 TD. Decent stat line, but um, no turnovers is the key. Excuse me. Rushing. Here we go to Pacheco. Now he had a big impact on the game, right? He had 2 TDs. You see the 15 carries, 55 yards, but as we mentioned earlier, also caught the ball out of the backfield very well. They mixed that up perfectly. I think they need to do more of that, honestly. Keeps the opposing defense on their toes when Pacheco's playing good. Now, on the other side, Josh Jacobs had a really good day. 20 carries for 110 yards. Let's see. Let's go to Edward Hilaire got 3 carries. Let's see. Anything else that sticks out here? Scantling only had 1 pass reception. Snead leads defense with tackles. Justin Reed, Tranquil. Okay, let's get into where am I going here? There we go. Before we get into Green Bay, here's the team stats. Total yards is basically even. Passing yards, Kansas City gets the edge with that. Rushing yards, the Raiders have the edge on that. Yards per play, even. So first downs, Kansas City 23, Las Vegas 16. Third down efficiency, Kansas City was 5 of 11 on third downs, while the Raiders were 7 of 14. Fourth down efficiency, 0 Kansas City, 0 of 2 for the Raiders. Total plays were even at 58. Sacks allowed even at 1. Punts almost even. Chiefs 4, Raiders 3 punts. Penalties, the Raiders had 0 penalties, which you don't really see that often. Chiefs had 4 for 40 yards. No fumbles, no interceptions. In the time of possession is basically the same. Let's see about... Let's see. Let me look up and see their next game. Okay, so it's on Sunday night. So it's going to be Green Bay this upcoming Sunday, December the 3rd at 7:20 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, it says Chiefs are a 6.5 point favorite. Did the Packers win yesterday? Let's see. Yeah, I mean, not yesterday. Yeah, I'm sorry. They won on Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so it looks like Jordan Love's putting it together a little bit. At least he's had 2 really good games in a row. And Chiefs will try to hold that streak at 2. And I think they can. But we'll get into it tomorrow with tomorrow's video. I do appreciate the time. Really enjoyed the game yesterday. Let me know if how excited you were of watching it, minus the Raiders fans. But let me know what you think of the Raiders game yesterday and the upcoming Green Bay game. I'm kind of intrigued to see what y'all's takes are with this Green Bay team. Will the Chiefs have the better team? Chiefs have the better players, the better quarterback, but again, very inconsistent play. They can stub their toe and make it a close game when they should be able to blow the Packers out. We will see. We will definitely see. Thank you very much. My name is Taylor Bell. For Fred Davis, for Chief Studios, for Fans First Sports Network, we appreciate the time, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace.